Wow. Wowie zowie, that got me pumped up. Welcome, welcome, one and all, to Get Your Pets, in which I, John Hodgman, a person who used to be on actual television, now go on the internet to talk to cats and dogs and other pets. I just put that in the banner. I put it in the banner. That helps. Makes it easier to understand. My name is John Hodgman. This is Get Your Pets. It is the daily afternoon talk show in which I, John Hodgman, a person who used to be on actual television, who went to the Emmys as a guest and presenter multiple times, the actual primetime Emmys, now go on the internet and randomly choose people and their pets to talk to and to talk about. Like this person. It's Meg Cheese.
Hello.
Hello, how are you? My name is John Hodgman.
This is Charlie. I'm Megan. He's
Megan.
walking away.
Charlie made a run for it.
Oh, come back.
Come back, Charlie. Welcome to Get Your Pets. Where are you in the world?
I live in Rochester, New Hampshire.
Rochester, New Hampshire. Now, we have a habit on this program of hanging up on people from New Hampshire. But I'm not going to do it. We're going to start this off nice. New Hampshire's a fine state. Where's Rochester?
I just moved here.
Where'd you move from?
Not used to it yet.
Where'd you move from? If I may ask.
I came from Syracuse, New York.
I
also used to live in Rochester, New York, so this is trouble writing my address.
From Rochester to Rochester.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you were able to finally escape the fake New England of upstate New York and join the actual true New England, Rochester, New Hampshire. And
yeah, I can get Teddy Smooth peanut butter. It's a New England brand right there.
Is that not a national brand? I feel like I see Teddy around.
My Wegmans in Syracuse wouldn't carry it.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if whatever job that lured you to New Hampshire promised the benefit of Teddy Smooth peanut butter. Maybe they were having you on a little bit.
No.
Well, welcome to the Smooth peanut butter. Wow.
We call these bottle rubbies. It's his favorite.
Sure, and now mine too. Charlie is enjoying some true Buttle Rubbies in Rochester, New Hampshire. And, yesterday was April 20th. It was our 420 episode.
Yes, it was.
And now I'm wondering if 421 may not be the peyote episode, because there's something about your true New England internet connection that is making Charlie's Buttle Rubbies and other movements really trail and blur in a kind of hypnotic way. Boy, he does love a vigorous pet, doesn't he?
He does.
So, how did Charlie come into your life? Is he a New England cat or a upstate New York cat?
He is an upstate New York cat. He came from the SPCA of Central New York. We got him a year ago in January. He was already 6 years old.
Oh, he was then, or he is now already 6 years old?
He is now 7, yeah.
What a good blurry cat that is. So how is he adapting to New Hampshire? How does he like the new place?
So this is his first time, at least with us, living in a house. We were in a little apartment before.
Whoa, that's interesting. That's a whole new world for a cat.
It really is. The basements in New England are kind of scary. Ours is mostly concrete, but there's a few areas that are still dirt. And when he goes back in those dirt areas, I worry he's going to use the bathroom back there.
And how are you adjusting to New Hampshire?
I'm getting used to it so far. I don't know. It feels like everything's a further drive than what I was used to, but a faster drive, if that makes sense.
A faster drive on more rutted roads.
Yeah, well, I'm near the Spalding Turnpike, so it's pretty.
One thing that I've noticed whenever driving across the Vermont-New Hampshire border is that on the Vermont side, the roads are nice and smooth. And on the New Hampshire side, they're like, we don't want an income tax.
That's always felt about New York to Pennsylvania.
Uh-huh.
I always felt like New York highways were I don't know, in better shape than the ones across the border in Pennsylvania. And they have something in Pennsylvania called the safety corridor, which seems like the least safe part of the road ever.
Well, look at you. You are basically in Maine.
Oh yeah.
If you just moved over a couple of inches, you'd be in North Berwick, Maine.
I walked across the bridge in Portsmouth to Maine. It was
Wait a
my
minute.
first visit to Maine was walking across a bridge.
The what is it? The Quantittlemuckfoot Bridge or whatever it is.
Oh yeah, I don't know the name. It does like
Passamaquoddy.
lift. Yeah, for boats.
That big bridge you walked across. I don't know that there was even the I-95 bridge. This one over here, the Piscataqua River Bridge. Here, let's take a look at it. No, you couldn't have walked across this. There's a different.
No,
one.
I walked
There's a
across the one
pedestrian
that's like a
bridge.
lift bridge,
I believe
so the
it.
boats can cross under it.
It's been so long since I've been to Maine. I'm so hungry for it. So hungry for.
For lobster.
I was going to say the dark, starless nights and the haunted woods.
Oh.
But yeah, and also bringing our own Dum Dum cat to her ancestral homeland. Our cat is a Maine Coon cat.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, and she does seem to respond to that world. But Charlie is really taking to New Hampshire very well, I think.
Yes. He's happy as long as his people are home.
And what was it your choice to move to New Hampshire or your cohabitant's choice?
It was my instigation. I wouldn't say it was my first choice.
Okay.
But yes, I picked a job that's out here and
May
had relocation.
May I ask what kind of jobs one can get in Rochester, New Hampshire?
Sure, there's a lot of medical device engineering. So I'm an electrical engineer.
Super cool.
Medical devices, yeah.
Well, I think based on my research that I've done on Rochester, New Hampshire, it's going to be a very fun place to live.
Oh yeah, I like it so far. We can walk to a fun pub that has I think like at least 20 different beers on tap.
That does sound like a fun pub.
Yeah. We made friends with a drunk lady 2 weeks ago.
That's the story. That's the story of New Hampshire right there. Is there any pub trivia? Do you do some pub trivia?
Oh, I would love to join trivia. The place my coworkers go to happy hour on Thursdays has trivia, and everybody leaves before trivia. So I have to build my own team.
I'm sorry.
Scratch.
I've triggered my smartphone to give me directions to a pub. Okay, not for some reason my smartphone started giving me directions to a pub on East 84th Street. I don't remember asking you, Siri. Anyway, do you take your cat with you to the fun pub?
No. He'd probably get too scared.
We were talking yesterday with Jordan Morris about taking his cat Bug with him when he goes t-shirt shopping. He doesn't do it, but I feel like he should. I feel
Do
like
they have cat-sized t-shirts?
I feel more people should walk around. Look, I love all pets. There's a corgi named Maxine the Fluffy Corgi that's all over internet and Instagram in particular. And Maxine's people came to a couple of my book events, and they're really nice people. But Maxine's male human companion walks around with her in a backpack all the livelong day. And I feel like it's time to start walking around with cats and baby Bjorns.
Oh, I do have friends that like take their cat in one of those special backpacks with a porthole around Brooklyn.
A special backpack with a porthole? That sounds fun.
Yeah, it's like a big bubble, a space bubble.
Sounds
for the
very
cat.
Brooklyn. Yeah, but I don't want the cat on my back. I want the cat right in front of me, staring around at the world, being mad that I put it into a baby Bjorn.
Yeah.
I feel like if my cat was so mad at the world, then I would be able to I would just enjoy making my cat uncomfortable and sending the world a lot of dirty looks that I'm not responsible for. That's my feeling. New Hampshire is a rural state.
Yep.
Do you have any chickens?
No, so I got a really tiny yard with a fake lawn.
Oh.
It came with like dog-friendly turf.
What the heck is going on in New Hampshire? Fake?
I don't know.
Can we take a look at it? Are you on a laptop or a...
Yeah, I'm on a laptop. We can take a walk to the yard.
Yeah, I want to take a look at the fake yard.
So the previous owners of this house, they the one guy was part of an animal rescue. So I think they had like 5 dogs and 5 cats.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why they put in the fake turf.
Low Poly Zoe of Auckland, New Zealand says cats are hard to walk on leashes. Some cats can do it.
Whoop.
I know. I can't get my cat to walk on a leash. I didn't want to walk on a leash. I want to just sit there like this.
Yeah, Charlie's trying to come too. Now he's mad.
What, can Charlie come out on the fake lawn or no?
No, he's not allowed outside.
That's a responsible thing to do.
All right. Here's the fake lawn.
Whoa. Are you renting or do you own this place?
I do own this place. It's my very first house.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
How long do you think you're going to keep that fake yard?
Probably for a while because I don't want to mow it.
Good point. Thank you for sharing your fake turf with me. What I was going to say, that would not be good for chickens.
No.
But do you feel like you might want to join me in naming some chicks?
Oh, sure.
All right, let's do that. Here's Joy with unnamed baby quail. Excuse me. Not even chickens. Quails, Meg.
Whales.
Quails.
Wow.
Hello.
Hi, Joy. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Welcome to Get Your Pets, or welcome back. I feel like we've seen some quails before with you.
No.
Oh,
you
there's
saw my
another
dog
quail
once.
keeper.
But yeah, these guys, they were supposed to hatch on Sunday, but they came a little early.
Wow. And there they are amidst all of their shells.
Yes.
And it looked like you were keeping them in some sort of special container with a porthole.
Yeah, they're in the incubator.
Did you ever see the movie Snowpiercer?
No.
Oh. There's this part of Snowpiercer where they get to the part of the train and it's a post-apocalyptic situation and the last of human civilization are on this train and they're only given this weird goop to eat, these blocks of goop, and they don't know what they're eating. And then Chris Evans, who stars in the movie, opens up a weird container and sees what they're eating, and it's a million bugs. I was like, that's just animal protein. Like, it doesn't.
Right.
Insect protein is really good for you. But when you opened up this weird container, I thought I was staring. I felt very Snowpiercer for a moment. I was staring into an abyss of quail. Is that when you have a group of quail? You know, like a crow is a murder of crows.
Yeah, I don't know what a group of quail is.
What is a group of quail called? I'll ask GPT or whatever. Hang on, I'm going to ask you real quick. Let's see. I'm going to share my screen. What is... There's some great... is a group of quail called? Go for it. Something went wrong. I think I broke the AI. I think we're free. I think we're free.
Thank goodness.
Maybe I need to log in again. What is a group of quail called? Computer. A group of quails called a covey. A covey of quail.
Covey. Well, that sounds cute.
You've got a sweet covey there. Now, how come you have so many? How come you have so many quails?
Well, I have a farm, and I've decided to start raising quail for eggs.
Quail eggs?
Yep.
Where are you in the world?
In Marin County, California.
Marin County, California. They love a quail egg up there in Marin.
They do. That is a good reason why I can do this.
Tiny little egg with a speckled little shell, and you put it on top of a tiny little salad or something, right?
Yes.
So you have bought a bunch of baby quails, and they're going to grow up and lay eggs for you?
Yeah, in about 6 to 8 weeks is all it takes before they're laying eggs.
Did you answer an ad in a magazine or something?
No. No, I did buy the eggs off of eBay, though.
And are you going to name all these quails or what?
All my birds have the same name. They're all named Lady.
Oh, I thought you were going to ask us to name them for you.
They'd be way too hard to keep track of.
Sorry, Meg. I thought we got to name some quails, but thank you for visiting us from New Hampshire. I'm going to talk to Joy a little bit longer.
Thank you.
Say goodbye to Charlie for me. All right. Tell me more about your scheme here, Joy. How did you wake up one day and be like, I am going to start selling quail eggs?
Well, I kind of started 10 years ago. My kids wanted some chickens, so we got some chickens.
And how did that work out?
It was too many chickens.
Mm-hmm.
So we started selling eggs to the families at preschool. And then we had to get more because the families wanted them so much, and more and more and more. So now we have about 700 chickens. And
Oh
then
no, Joy, that's too many.
is a lot. And then we started doing duck eggs. So now we also have about 700 ducks. And
Wait a minute. I'm just going to do some quick math here. 700 chickens plus 700 ducks. That's 1,400 fowl.
Yes, it is a lot.
And now you're adding quails to the mix?
Yeah, we had done quails before when my daughter was in elementary school. She raised quails.
Okay.
And then she moved
So
on.
you're not new
something
to you're
else.
not new to the quail biz. You've
Not
been
new
around.
to quail, but we haven't had them for probably 8 or 9 years.
There's some interesting back and forth in the chat here. Joan Arkham says, "Is it weird that I want to put a baby quail in my mouth?"
They're very, very small.
And Llama in Reading, England says, "I understand this impulse. I don't think I would want to put a live baby quail in my mouth.
Definitely not a newly hatched one. That would be gross.
They seem a little bit prickly to me. Like they've got little feet and beaks.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of fluff there, but there's a lot that could really scrape up my tongue."
Yeah. And they wouldn't like it either.
No,
And if it's
also
not
they
fun
wouldn't
for
like it.
everyone, it's not fun for anyone.
Someone said that once. So do you how many quails did you say you have in there?
Well, I haven't counted them yet.
Nightmare.
I had 191 eggs,
Okay.
and they expect the hatch rate to be 85%.
Okay.
So I'm expecting about 160 birds,
I trust your math on that.
and then half of them will be females. So,
Or so you are promised.
right. Well, that's what I expect anyway.
And do you have a quail habitat for them to move into when you get them
yes.
out of this weird sensory deprivation tank that you got them trapped in?
I do. I'm still working on it, but they'll be in a small brooder for a couple of weeks before I move them into their permanent housing.
And what form will their permanent housing take?
Cages, sadly, but
No, I understand,
cool
but
with that.
I didn't expect them. I mean, I didn't expect you to give them their own room in the house.
Yeah, no, definitely not. No, we have a big old van box that we're gonna put their cages in.
You talk to me like I know what a van box is.
Sorry, like a box truck, just the box
Oh.
part of a box truck.
Oh, okay. And you're going to put cages in there,
Yeah,
and they're going to lay. And how many eggs will a day will a lady quail give?
1 a day.
One a day.
Yeah,
That's good. So you'll have 100 eggs a day.
yeah.
And where are you going to sell them?
I sell at the Ferry Plaza Farmers Market in San Francisco,
Oh,
and
nice.
at the Marin Country Mart Farmers Market in Larkspur.
This sounds like a really nice way of life.
It can be.
How much does a quail egg go for?
I'm not totally sure yet. I think I'll be able to sell 15 of them for $9 or 30 for 17.
How come you're not selling them by the dozen like other
Because
eggs?
the cartons I have right now left over for when my daughter did it, they hold 30. So if I cut them in half, there's 15.
So when your daughter raised quails, did she sell the eggs?
Yes.
And when was this?
I mean, maybe 10 years ago.
So, but you have to adjust for inflation. How much did she charge for 15 dozen of quail eggs at that time?
I think maybe $4.
Yeah, you know what I'm going to suggest? I'm going to suggest a price for you. At the farmer's market in San Francisco, $44.
Right.
Marin County, $64.
Right.
Let's see what happens. See what happens.
That would be super nice.
I mean, I bet you could probably get some tech bro to pay $44 for 15 quail eggs.
I probably could.
And are quails friendly birds?
Not really. They're kind of spooked.
They're not. You can't
No.
just put one in your mouth for fun.
I mean, at this size, you could because they really couldn't stop you. But when they're bigger, they really wouldn't fit in your mouth, and they really wouldn't want to do that.
And how big do they get?
Probably like the size of a tennis ball, like the main part of their body, maybe the size of a tennis
The
ball.
main part of their body would be about the size of a tennis ball. So add a head and some feet to a tennis ball, and you got yourself a quail.
Exactly.
What kind of quail are we talking about here? Anyway?
These are called Cotornix quail.
Could you spell that for me, please?
Maybe. Cortunix. Maybe. Cortunix
quail. Oh, let's see what that turns up for me.
I think there's a U in there somewhere, but I'm not sure.
Maybe someone in the chat can find it because I can't find it right now. Yes. I think this is a reasonable suggestion. Llama would like to see a hand next to these chicks for scale.
Oh,
is that possible?
Yes, absolutely.
I have to say that this quail incubator is one of the creepier pieces of equipment we've ever seen on the show. Oh my goodness! Look how small that little baby quail is.
Yeah. Oops. I almost.
Right. Well, they're about the size of a quail egg. I guess I should have figured that out.
Yeah.
Here's a question. Here's a good question that you've probably thought of. What's the most common predator you have to look out for? Foxes? Coyote?
For quail, out here it's mostly like raccoons.
Right. But they're going to be in the back of that wheelless box truck.
Yes.
And are you going to shut them in at night? Or are you going to pull down that steel door?
Yes.
Will there be ventilation?
Yeah. Yep, there's a window and that's got some screen over it.
Are you sure you can't find them a room in your house? I mean, look at these little guys.
I am positive. We are on a farm and no animals in the house.
All right, I guess you know best. You have, after all, did accidentally get 1,400 fowl.
Yeah.
That's so much more stuff. There's so much more animals than Heather has in Oregon. Heather we met the other day. She only has about 35 chickens, she estimates. It's nothing. So that's a lot of eggs, both duck egg and chicken egg. Are you selling those as well?
Yes. Yeah.
What is it? How much does a duck egg cost?
Right now about $1 each.
What's a hen weigh?
8 to 10 pounds, maybe.
Yeah, there we go. Well, it was really. Have you ever seen any peacocks on the streets?
No, we don't have peacocks. We have wild turkeys.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, because in certain parts of the country, there are peacocks on the streets of California, and we're looking at one right now as it wanders through the streets. Oh, I don't know if you can see this, Joy, because you got.
Turn my thing around.
Yeah. Joy, thank you for sharing all those. Thank you for sharing all those quails with us.
Absolutely.
Wish you the best of luck in your egg biz. $44 a carton is what I suggest.
Thank you.
But I'm getting word now that the peacock is in the street. The peacock is in the street,
yeah.
So we're going to go over there right now.
All
Take
right.
care.
Thank you.
Thank you, Joy. Get your pet squails. Wow, Allison, hello.
Hi.
Thank you for. Thank you for once again going out to the streets of this town in California whose name I cannot remember.
It's called
Sunland, California, to
and
visit with the wild peacocks.
Spectacular specimen right here.
I'm gonna give this thing a solo, so we can really get our eyes on it. This is obviously a peacock, beautiful. Not a peahen.
Indeed.
And he is wandering through the shady streets of Sunland, past, I noticed, as usual, many, many cars that have tarps on them, presumably to protect them from peacock landings and poopings.
Yeah, they are a lot bigger than those baby quail.
Yeah, I would say so. I wonder how big a peacock chick is, a pea chick.
Well, I've seen a bunch of different ones, and they start out pretty small, like about the size of a baby chicken. And
could you put it in your mouth?
I doubt it.
Mm-hmm.
I would doubt that. But it's funny because they look really cute all the way up till they're like about the size of a soccer ball, sort of.
Right. I have to say, Allison, I'm really questioning myself at this time because, you know, I've been doing Get Your Pets for a while now, on and off for a couple of years. And here I am. I'm looking at a wild peacock wandering through someone's yard in Sunland, California, and I'm not even surprised by this anymore. I don't know that people understand what's going on here. I'm playing this too cool. There's a town in California where peacocks just wander around all the livelong day. Where do they nest?
Yep.
That's my question. Where do they
don't know.
roost?
That part is mysterious to me. Because there's more of them all the time. I mean, I come to this particular street because it is reliable that I'll see up to 20 to 30 peacocks over the course of a walk.
That's bizarre.
It is truly
And they're
bizarre.
not small creatures.
No.
You know, people say, I've never seen a baby pigeon. And you know, that's because baby pigeons are really small. Pigeons can nest in little rooftops and you would never ever see it.
Mhm.
But look at this thing. You can't walk down that walkway, right? Because it's someone else's property.
It's someone else's property, yeah.
All right. I'm not gonna make you walk on someone else's property. That's for a peacock to do, not me, not
Yeah.
you.
I wish I could zoom my camera, but I don't think that's a thing I can do.
Try doing this thing.
I'm gonna try. Well, I can make it bigger for me to see, but not for
Okay, I
you
understand.
to see.
I understand. Have you ever considered the possibility that one of the people who lives on this street has a basement full of peacock chicks? That this is all an art project? That someone is breeding peacocks and then leaving their bulkhead door open?
I think it's unlikely only because these guys don't give a F. Where
Yeah.
they go, what they do, they do not
Well-
respect property law. That is absolutely true.
That's a great jump. And
Yeah,
Joan Arkham says peacocks respect nothing.
it's absolutely
But it looks
true.
like if
Yeah,
you...
that's why these people have all these covers on their cars. Their
Right.
claws are something fierce. I am
Now we can
telling
get
you.
really close to this cock.
Let's see if I can
Yeah, no.
stand on the curb. Look at them
Wow.
claws.
After all of this time, I think this is the closest we've ever gotten to a street pea in Sunland.
Yeah.
Deborah in the chat says, I also live in the tiny LA suburb of Sunland, but seems to know nothing about this. Are you
Holy
near
cow.
LA or is there a different Sunland?
I'm near LA. Yeah.
Well, I guess, Deborah, you got to get over to Peacock Alley,
Yeah.
because it's
This
all
is
happening.
sort of South Sunland. It is south of Apperson.
South of Apperton. Got it.
Apperson. It's a major street that anybody who lived in this town would probably know. So
Let's see what ChatGPT has to say about
this
why
guy is-
do peacocks live in Sunland, California? Let's see what it says. Peacocks are not native to Sunland, California, or anywhere in the United States. However, there are feral populations of peafowl in various parts of Southern California, including Sunland. The story of how... Hang on, I'm going to share this. I wonder if this is even true. We're going to find out. Boop, boop, boop. The story of how peafowl came to live in Sunland dates back to the 1900s, when wealthy landowners in the area began importing and breeding exotic birds as part of their estates. Some, including peafowl, escaped or were released into the wild, and they are now a well-known part of the local fauna. But where do the peafowl roost in Sunland? Come on. Trees at night. They're adapted to roosting in trees. They've learned to do the same in urban environments. They're known to roost in tall trees. They've been reported to roost in trees in residential areas, parks, and other green spaces. And then it goes on to say that peafowl in Sunland don't give a fuck. Can you believe that The AI said that? And they're all over Pasadena now. And whoop, I thought it fell off. That would have been so hilarious to see that thing fall on its iridescent butt. Well, thank you for sharing the peafowl. I really appreciate
you
that.
are welcome. I am delighted I found such a magnificent specimen for you all.
That is a magnificent and magnificently contemptuous specimen.
He is.
And I hope that you maybe. Oh, well, okay. I'll see you later, Allison. Oh, yeah. I just thought maybe it's Allison. Maybe Allison's got a basement full of incubators of peacock eggs. I bet you that's what's going on here. Allison's been playing this game with me for a long time. A long time. Meg, I'm going to kick you from the studio just so we can let other folks in. No offense. No offense. Here's Petey, the border doodle. Whoop. Hello.
Hello.
I'm John Hodgman. Welcome to Get Your
I'm
Pets.
trying to get Petey over here.
All right. Are you on a phone or on a laptop?
I'm on a laptop.
Okay.
My husband's bringing Petey here. Come here, buddy. This is Petey.
Oh.
Petey, say hi.
Petey.
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 Hey, say hi.
Petey, you're
Very
backlit.
right now. Petey,
Yeah.
come here. Here he is.
He seems to be a little concerned. I've noticed that dogs have very worried eyes a lot of the time.
He's just confused.
Yeah. So Petey is a border doodle. That is to say, part border collie, part poodle.
Exactly.
So how does that express in Petey's temperament?
He's too smart for his own good, and he has way too much energy. And he's also theoretically hypoallergenic.
Theoretically, are you saying that perhaps you've been sold a bill of goods by big hypoallergenic dog industry?
I mean, potentially, but he's less allergenic than, your average dog.
Yeah, because he has hair, not fur. Is that what they say?
There's lots of it right now.
Yeah, lots of hair, not fur. Petey. Petey. And where are you in the world?
Berkeley, California.
Berkeley, California. You need any quail eggs?
I was thinking we might go down to the ferry building and get some quail eggs for
Yeah,
sounds like a deal.
44 for 15.
Yeah, we might try and haggle a little bit.
I don't know that I've ever, can I tell Petey a secret?
Yeah.
Petey, I don't think I've ever had a quail egg in my life. I don't think I would pay $44 for a container of quail eggs. I've never had one.
Yeah.
But I was starting to make me hungry for teeny tiny eggs. What's Petey's favorite food?
Steak probably.
I noticed that you spelled Petey's name Peaty.
Yes.
That is to say, it seems a little less like short for Peter and more like Scotch.
Exactly. I wanted to give him a human name, and my husband didn't, so we compromised.
It's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good one. He does look like he might have emerged from a peat bog in Scotland.
He has that color to him a little bit. We've never given him Scotch, but I think he'd like it.
Llama is confirming that they've been told about the cockapoo, that the cockapoos are also hypoallergenic, and it's all a lie. It's all a lie.
I think it's more like what he brings into the house that I'm allergic to. But he's worth it.
What's he bringing into the house?
You
A bunch of peanuts. Bags of peanuts and yeah, big bags of mold and ragweed.
Exactly.
Yeah, always dragging them home. Petey, why are you always dragging home big burlap sacks full of ragweed?
Come on, Petey.
Oh. Who's that? Does Petey have a mortal enemy?
No. Well, yeah, the mailman.
Right, like all dogs. Do you think they get like a memo about that?
He must, but it can't come in the mail, so I don't know how.
I feel bad for mail carriers. They got a lot to deal with, and all these dogs are mad at them.
I know.
They have to carry dogs, repellent, so they don't get attacked.
Well, our mailbox is outside of a fence, so he's never actually made contact with the mailman.
No. I'm not calling Petey a creep or a bully. Uh-oh. Ding. Something's ready.
Oh no, it's been a text from my sister.
Oh, okay. Well, tell her I say hello. Petey, get your pets. Great to talk with you there in Berkeley.
Bye.
Very Muppety indeed. Hey, everybody, it's me, John Hodgman. It's 3:38 in the afternoon. This is Get Your Pets, the daily afternoon talk show in which I, a person who used to be on actual television, now goes here, there, and everywhere on the internet, talking to people's cats, dogs, and other pets. And indeed, I believe we have one coming in now from somewhere in the world. Jack and Ira?
Ira.
Ira's like, yes. Can you make?
I mean, that's as responsive as she will be.
That's wonderful. You.
It's Ira. It's a Welsh name.
It's a Welsh name. And what?
Snow.
Right now, yeah. Let's see if you can make some adjustments so we can see more of Ira and less of Ira's name tag. No, you are fine, Jack. You're fine. But maybe, are you using a laptop?
I am, yeah.
Can you?
I can. Go
there we go. There we go. That's
try and
good.
frame a nice.
The two of you.
If I pick her up, she'll
terrific.
be furious.
Yeah, and good catch there, Ira. I noticed that one paw needed a little attention. I'm glad you got that.
Yeah.
So
sometimes in my house there can be like a calm, eerie, meditative silence, which is purely joyous, which will be broken by the sound of her licking her own anus. So hopefully that's something we'll get to experience.
Well, we started with some buttle pats. We definitely got, this is day 5 of a 10-day Get Your Pets run that I initiated, and thanks as an expression of thanks to all the Max Fun members who joined during the Maximum Fun Drive. And after 5 days, I'm pretty amazed that we only got our first cat butthole today. So I'm not asking.
One on it.
I'm not asking for more cat butts or butts of any kind, but it's not against the rules. These are all natural creatures that have to take care of themselves. We have a dum-dum cat who grooms herself, and it's not necessarily when she's working around that area, but she can get very loud.
Yeah.
You would think that it would be a little bit more discreet, but they can get very, very loud. So Ira has a Welsh name. Is she a Welsh cat?
No, it's just I grew up in Wales. I don't live in Wales anymore. I'm in England now. Mm-hmm. And I've always just loved the word, and I've always liked it as the idea of it as being a name. So I think Ira's quite possibly the first thing I've had the opportunity to name. So
good.
I take full advantage of that.
And where do you live in England?
A place called Abingdon.
Abingdon. Okay.
Yeah, with a D. I spoke to a contemporary of yours not too long ago, and they kept mispronouncing it as Abington. So just to make it clear, it's Abingdon.
Who messed up the name of your town?
Conan O'Brien.
You spoke to him?
Yeah, I was on his Conan Needs a Fan podcast.
Oh, really?
He kept saying Abington, and I tried my damnedest to really pronunciate that D. Phrasing. But yeah, he didn't pick up on it.
I'm embarrassed to acknowledge that I don't know about this part of the O'Brien podcasting empire. I know about Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend. Is the premise of Conan O'Brien Needs a Fan that he calls some fan at random?
Yeah, pretty much.
Interesting.
And
he and I are from the same. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
So I think they very much try and talk to people from like every corner of the earth. And I think when they spoke to me, they expected me to actually be Welsh and living in Wales. I am Welsh, but I don't live in Wales. And I think they were expecting maybe someone a bit more Welsh.
Yeah, you don't seem very Welsh to me.
No.
What would they possibly be expecting? As a person from Wales, what are the stereotypes about Welsh people that Conan O'Brien might have expected?
I guess just a funny voice might be in the thing they might have been after. Lots of. Have you ever been?
No, I've never been to Wales.
Yeah, lots of consonants. We love a consonant.
Okay.
In the Welsh language, I don't know if you've ever seen it in any kind of context, but
do you speak the Welsh language?
Very, very, very little.
Where in Wales are you from?
A place called Barry Island.
And that's spelled BTTTWWWGGITT? Island?
Yeah, pretty much. So I can tell you cat. Cat is calf.
Calf.
She's looking away now. This is pretty standard.
Yeah, no, well, I mean, this is a cat or a calf, as they say. I'm used to being ignored by a cat or calf.
Yeah, a dog is a key. K-I, key.
Yeah?
Fish, Piscodin.
Piscodin.
Yeah.
And Barry Island is it actually an island? It's not looking like an island to me.
Not anymore. It was like a very long time ago.
I see. We're just going to take a quick look here just so I can get...
It's most famous for being in a TV show called Gavin and Stacey.
Oh. Boy, there's a lot of late night talk show host connections here. Isn't that what James Corden was on that?
That's a shame. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I see that we see eye to eye. Say no more, say no more. This is Barry Island, and here is the Barry Island Pleasure Park.
The pleasure park, exactly. Look how pleasurable that is.
Wow, it's got its own railway station. And
big time.
Fish and chips. It's kind of on the nose. And there, wow, okay, that's a pretty grim looking little amusement park. That's like something that we would set up at the Blue Hill Fairgrounds.
Yeah, it's definitely.
I'm not going to ride that Welsh roller coaster. I'll tell you what. That does not look.
That's called the Viper. You're not going to ride the Viper?
No, I'm not riding the Viper. Looks like it's going to fall over. And look, you have the wonderful beach there. A wonderful sandy beach.
Yeah, I'd say it's got its highs and its lows.
And then this. The fake
I've
gorilla
sat on that gorilla's hand.
holding a real dog. I love it. All right, I got to get it. There's so many places in the world I got to get to. And so just tell me, what kind of vetting, what was involved in terms of getting on the Conan O'Brien Needs a Fan podcast?
So I applied for it about 2 years ago, something like that.
You applied for it?
Yeah, you fill in like a form, and you put like, what 3 questions would you ask? A little bit about yourself, that kind of thing. And this
what
was like
3 questions you would ask about yourself? You have to write the questions.
What you'd ask Conan.
Oh, okay. And what were they? Can you remember? I'll answer them.
Okay. First,
what was it like growing up in Brookline, Massachusetts? I'm glad you asked. I lived at 44 Circuit Road in Chestnut Hill before I moved to Monmouth Street, and then I went to Brookline High School, but I didn't go to school with John Hodgman. I'm much older than he is.
Just turned 60, didn't he?
Conan O'Brien doesn't need this fan. Some fans know too much.
So
what were your questions for Conan
O'Brien? Has
a
very specific structure, so it's like, what is the best and worst? So you'd have to give like 2 answers. So I tried to basically sneak in 6 questions.
I like your style.
The first question I put down, what is the best and worst?
You knew you were jumping the line already by pretending to be Welsh. Yeah. And now you're going to sneak in extra questions. All right, go ahead. Now I'm going to really listen to you.
Yeah, what is the best / worst thing you've seen unfold in a public toilet? And by thing, I mean situation. Situation you've seen unfold in a public toilet.
I thought you were...
Not like someone unfurling themselves.
I misunderstood your non-Welsh accent there. Because I thought you were adding in extra questions. What is the best / worst thing you have seen and thawed, as in caused to be unfrozen in a public toilet?
Oh no, unfold.
I've never seen in any of the best or worst thing I've ever seen unfold in a public toilet. I think kind of the worst thing was in the bathroom, and this is not even that bad, but in the bathroom at Katz's Deli on the Lower East Side of New York City, where I live. I went in to use the urinal and wash my hands, and there was a guy in the stall talking to his girlfriend while evacuating his bowels at the same time. And I feel like talking on the phone while you were sitting down in a bathroom is not my cup of tea. And the best thing that I've thawed in a bathroom, I think, would have to be a pound of hamburger no, I never thought anything. I don't know what the best thing would be that I ever saw.
Well, it's a bit like it could be like what was the most enjoyable, funny, like.
I just had lunch with, I'll tell you this. I just had lunch with the actor Scott Adsit this afternoon, whom I've not seen in a couple of years. I don't think I've seen him since the pandemic. He's a very sweet and funny guy, and every now and then we have lunch, and it's not uncommon that we would have lunch at the Old Town Bar on 18th Street near Union Square. The Old Town Bar is one of my favorite bars in New York. I went there when I was working in publishing in the 90s, and then I had this very bizarre and happy and psychedelic experience of going back to shoot scenes from a TV show that I was in called Bored to Death in that bar, playing a publishing professional. So I was there as a publishing professional, and then I got to play one on TV on that show in the Old Town, and it was very, very weird. But both then and now and today, one of the great things about the Old Town is biggest urinals I've ever seen. Truly Cadillacs, ceramic Cadillacs in there. You could basically get inside and you could rent that out as an Airbnb in Portland.
Yeah, say Airbnb. Yeah. Airbnb. I mean, that's pretty good, right? Is that good?
It's good. There's something there.
Is that good? That's good.
Are you
that's
a comedy
good.
writer?
Nope. Okay. Not yet.
All right.
Maybe if the right people see this.
Well, if you didn't get a job off of Conan O'Brien, I don't think you're going to get one off of my website, my web show, Talking to Cats and Dogs.
That was the first one. Do you still want the other two?
Yeah.
Where's the best/worst place you've slept?
Best/worst place I've slept. Best doesn't do anything for me. Did Conan O'Brien answer that one?
Yeah, that's the one. I only got to ask him one of them, even though I wrote 3 of them.
Which is the one that
that's the one. That's the one they kind of went for, based, I think, on the first one being about the public toilet.
I've had a lot of good
one.
I've had a lot of good sleeps.
Do you want to know what his answer was?
Yeah, tell me.
He said sleeping on like a Caribbean island somewhere. So just gave the most bougie possible answer he could give.
Man, Brookline, come on, Brookline, do better. I mean, it has to be contextual to me. Like, it's got to be like, I mean, one of the things I think about is there was a time in Western Massachusetts when a bunch of friends visited our house. And I just remember we all had little kids, and I had not slept very well. And even when your little kids get old, it's hard for me to sleep at night because I just feel like I have to constantly be on guard in this atavistic way. And I remember the first time I had this incredible sleep in the morning was after a night of basic sleeplessness. I got on the couch and I slept hard. And what made it so comforting to sleep was hearing all the voices of my friends around me, so that I felt guarded rather than my feeling like I have to guard everyone else in the house. That's a better answer. It's not a great one, but it's better than Conan O'Brien's, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 100%.
Yeah. Conan, by the way, I love you. If you're watching this and you got a pet, come on the show. It's
Which
easy.
he definitely is.
I don't know what Conan does all day. Apparently he's looking for friends and fans. I'm a friend. I'm a fan. Brookline for life. All right. Worst place I ever slept. Skip it. What did he say the worst place was?
I genuinely can't remember. What was the worst
this is
place?
right. Greg is right. I slept.
It was some kind of.
I slept like a kid on the coat bed at a party. That is the best sleep I can get. And the truth is, like, I don't get to go out to Los Angeles to work much these days, but there were times when I got to stay at a very fancy hotel and called the Chateau Marmont, and I always wanted the room with the window overlooking the courtyard because the people would be in the courtyard drinking and talking and partying all night long. And to me, to fall asleep to that sound felt like falling asleep to the sound of your parents having a dinner party, which I really liked that.
Yeah. I think his was just somewhere very cold, if I recall. It was again, it was based on.
I mean, the other thing is these questions were submitted. Ira, I'm doing this, and I'm talking to Ira now. Ira, I'm doing this off the dome.
Ooh.
Yeah. Thank you, Ira.
Look, she's
I
excited.
appreciate that.
She's moving.
Good stretch, Ira.
Almost got a bite, I think.
Like they could have. They had these. They had these in advance. They could have prepped.
And then the third one was, what is the best/worst thing you've ever had in your mouth?
Well, the answer is the same in both cases. Baby quail.
Of course.
Best and worst.
Living or dead?
Living, of course. I'm not a monster.
Would that be the best or the worst?
I'm making a joke. I've never had a baby quill in my mouth.
Yet.
Who do you think I am? I did gnaw on a thrush once in Sardinia. They were selling.
Don't tell Llama that.
No, I won't tell Llama.
No.
Right. It's not an ortolan, which are birds that are illegal to eat, but a delicacy in France. They're little songbirds. But in Sardinia, they do a similar thing where they cook up these little songbirds, these little thrushes. And they're called tordi in Sardinia. And I went to a restaurant where they had them. And I was like, this is like all these little baby dinosaurs in a case. It's like, I guess I got to try this. It was fine. It was not great. Yeah, Llama's really upset. I wouldn't do it again. It was gross.
Well, I guess they're not that small.
Now I'm going to ask some questions for Ira.
Yes.
Ira, what did you do today?
I think she spent a lot of time doing this.
Right, just
Mostly.
hanging out. Because
Yeah.
it's evening time there.
Yes, it is.
What did Ira have for dinner?
Whiskers pouch of meat.
Classic Whiskas pouch of meat. People are people are freaking out in the chat right now that I tried a songbird 20 years ago when I was in Sardinia, living a life of adventure, and at the same time, you people are all going to give your pets a pouch of mystery meat at any time.
Yeah, the worst smelling. Now we don't know this for sure, but we think Ira might actually be allergic to fish, which is, I think, a shame for a cat.
Well, I don't know. What you got to do is get that border collie, that border doodle, to drag home a bunch of fish and do some testing. I'm making some room, and I apologize, Greg, but I kicked you out of the studio so that I can let some new folks in. And Meg, I'm also gonna kick you from the studio. Sorry, but the studio is full, and I want to make sure that there's room for some new people to come in, and I'm going to talk to some new people. So, Jack, what a pleasure to meet Ira.
Thanks so much.
And I wish you the very best of luck.
Can I ask you a very weird favor?
No. I don't like the way that was going at all. Type it in the chat if you must. Llama, what do you think he was going to ask me? That sounded just scary. That sounded scary to me. Einstein the Bull Zoo. Get ready. Einstein the Bull Zoo.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Is this your dog Einstein the Bull Zoo?
This is Einstein, the American Bulldog Shih Tzu mix. So I call him a Bull Tzu because the other name's improper.
And what is your name?
My name's Nate.
Nate, welcome to Get Your Pets. Where are you in the world?
I'm in beautiful Bloomington, Minnesota.
Bloomington, Minnesota. And is an American Bulldog / Shih Tzu combo common? I've never heard of one before.
I don't know. Outside of that joke that was in Dumb and Dumber over 20 years ago, I've never even heard of the combo. We found out he was what he was through a DNA test a year ago.
Can I tell you a secret, Einstein the Bull Zoo? Today I'm telling secrets to dogs and cats.
Sure, go ahead.
This is Einstein.
He wants to eat my finger.
Yeah. Einstein, this is John Hodgman.
Yeah.
I've never seen Dumb and Dumber. Never seen it.
Wow. All right.
What do you know what I said to Einstein? That was for Einstein's ear only.
Oh,
It's
shit.
fine.
Sorry.
How long has Einstein been in your life?
Gonna be a year this July.
And what was the circumstances under which Einstein came into your life?
He was a standard rescue. We
Mhm.
found him on Pet Finder, my wife and I, a year ago, and his name on the website was Pringle.
Mm-hmm.
Because I guess for some reason when he smiles, he looked like the Pringles guy. I don't know. I can't judge why these people name the dogs the way they do. But we figured with a shock of white hair and the fact that I love the Back to the Future films, he seemed much more like an Einstein. So
I have the feeling that a lot of rescue operations just sort of name these animals at random.
Yeah.
Because they're more likely to be adopted if they have names.
I believe you're correct.
And why did you want to get a dog? Did you feel you didn't have enough pieces of fluff and toy on your floor?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, this is a travesty.
Thanks for cleaning up for the show.
You know what? It's just I wanted to give you the truth of the situation. No, so like we had a dog previous to this. We seem to really gravitate towards rescues that result in having like white scruffy dogs.
Uh-huh.
So we had a Jack a wire fox terrier / Jack Russell Terrier named Hogan that we called Hoagie, and loved that guy.
That's a great name.
For several years, yeah. And
I have a cousin Dan who, when he was a little kid, was named Hoagie.
Oh yeah.
Because when he was a baby, he looked like a hoagie.
I wanted to like name him some kind of sandwich convention, and like the closest we kind of like settled on was maybe calling him Hero, but like spelled like the Japanese style. But we decided to ditch that and went with Einstein instead. So
no, I like Einstein, but that's an interesting idea. Sandwich names for pets is an interesting concept, because Hoagie is a really good name for a dog or a cat. And Hero is good too. Sub doesn't quite work. Submarine doesn't quite work.
Grinder, you're going to get way too many questions.
Yeah, that's not quite right.
Yeah.
Up in upstate New York, they make a wedge.
Oh yeah, I've heard of the wedge.
Wedge.
Yeah.
That feels like that Star Wars character, Wedge Antilles.
Yeah, there you go.
We got some good ones coming up here. Hot dog is a good one.
Yeah.
Croque Monsieur is a good one.
Oh, oui. Yeah.
Yeah. And Reuben is terrific.
Reuben, yeah. Rachel, if it's female.
That's right. Well, gender is a construct for humans. Never mind sandwiches. You can call it whatever you want.
Very true. Very true.
Monte Cristo is terrific. Monte Cristos. That's good. I like that one a lot. And then of course there's the famous. Is it in Pittsburgh? The garbage plate? I don't remember what that is.
Yeah.
Patty Melt.
Plate will get you a lot of questions too, I think.
French dip. That's good. Panini.
Oh, panini's great. I love panini.
Plowman's is interesting. Cubano is good. Chicken parm.
I've exploded your chat with just people naming sandwiches, and now I'm hungry.
I think it's. Yeah, I know. I'm starting to think about that too. It's 4:00 here in the eastern coast of the United States. That puts you in the central time zone, correct, Bloomington?
Correct.
So it's 3:00 there. You have a lot longer to get to dinner than I do.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But I think chicken parm for me is a really good name for a dog. Chicken parm.
Parm, yeah.
Chicken parm.
But to answer your question, the reason we got him is we not to drag your audience down, but we lost Hogan like 3 or 4 years ago.
Oh, I'm very sorry.
And we moved to a new home. And about a year into it, we were like, okay, we gotta get back to this way of life where you have, crap on your floor, but someone who loves you unconditionally. So wet Italian beef.
Yeah, wet Italian beef. That's pretty good. I think au jus is pretty hot too.
Au jus. Yeah.
Meatball is a great name for it. I'm not sure if they're still in the. Here's Luke and Lunchbox and Howard and Penny and Emma. That's a lot of people in this, or dogs. Hi, you're muted. Unmute yourself.
Pardon me. I'm the only people. They're all dogs.
And which one are you? Lunchbox?
I am Luke.
Okay, Luke.
Lunchbox is over here. Hey, Lunch. Hey, guy.
Yeah, wow. Lunchbox is a wrinkly feller.
Yes, she's ours. She's
She
the only
is.
one who actually lives with us.
Oh, wow.
She's very sweet.
You know,
And then,
I've now, including this one, met in person or virtually 3 dogs named Lunchbox.
You know, I actually, if I got on the stream, which I apparently have, wanted to ask you. I have half a notion that I first heard the name Lunchbox for a dog from you on a podcast somewhere.
Oh.
So you may have
Ooh.
indirectly influenced the naming of this dog. Our main goal was it should be fun to say every time. That's what we're looking for in a pet name, and Lunchbox is right up there.
Well, I'm glad that this wrinkly dog may have been named. Inspired by something I said on a podcast. That makes me happy. Coincidences also make me happy. The other 2 Lunchboxes are very sadly no longer with us.
Aww,
my friend
that's
Tony
very sad.
Faulkner, years and years ago had a dog named Lunchbox, and then completely coincidentally, a friend of the show, Becca, had a dog named Lunchbox. Was very old and passed away very recently, and I'm very sorry to hear that. So this is the last. I'm very happy that this Lunchbox may exist.
Yeah.
In honor of those other Lunchboxes.
That's right. Carrying on the Lunchbox legacy.
And you said that there were some other animals here?
Yes, we board dogs. So today I've got a full house of little weirdos. So that was Lunchbox.
All right. Are you on a laptop or a phone?
I'm on a phone. Is that a problem?
No, it's not at all. I was just going to say, let me help you flip your camera around because it'll be easier for you.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So if you look to the bottom of the screen, you will see 3 dots. Press the 3 dots.
I press the 3 dots.
Then press settings.
Settings.
Then press camera.
Aha.
And then press front camera.
Here we go. That is a lot easier.
There we go. Perfect.
So this one snoozing over here is Emma. And it's good that she has not seen me yet, because for whatever reason, she likes me and is willing to hang out with me. But every time I hold out my phone, she runs from me as though I am coming at her with a weapon. So I don't have very many good pictures of her. But right now she's sleeping, so we're good.
We're definitely. This Get Your Pets is definitely about rear cameras. Excuse me, front-facing cameras catching rear ends.
And then this one down here is Harold. He's very old. He's 14 years old. He's got one little snaggletooth in the front, and his tongue kind of sticks out half the time. And he looks like that one shot in Return of the Jedi where the Ewok, like the little human tongue comes out from in between the horrible Ewok teeth. It's kind of
look at this little snaggletooth. Yeah. Wow. Where are you in the world,
Howard.
Luke?
We are in Seattle.
Yeah,
and then this is our final visitor here. This is a St. Bernard puppy named Penny, who is the sweetest puppy we've ever had.
St. Bernard puppy named Penny, and you're boarding these dogs while they're waiting for homes?
These are just we just do it. Well, we started doing it through Rover, just like when people travel or whatever. So.
Oh, okay. So you're looking after them. They have homes.
Yeah.
Okay,
good. So Penny, we're sadly only gonna have for the rest of today, and then she goes home. I'm gonna miss her. We only had her for like 3 days.
Wow, Penny, we're very lucky that we got to meet you today on Get Your Pets.
Yeah.
She seems very nice.
She's so sweet. Puppies are a lot of work almost all the time, except for this one. She's 4 months old, and she's just like gentle and snuggly, and lets me pick her up and carry her around like a baby. She's so sweet.
Oh,
so
that's so cool. Yeah.
Have you ever had
a dog that was boarding that you did not like?
We have not.
I'm not asking you to name names, but they can't all be good dogs. I know everyone says all dogs are good dogs, but it can't be true.
It's true. They can't all be good dogs. We have mostly had pretty good experiences. We had one take a nip at one of our kids. We also have 3 kids, which is the most fun thing in the world, except for that one moment when that one took a nip at that kid. But that was like within half an hour of it arriving, so it was kind of like we could abort and be like, you gotta find someplace that doesn't have kids.
You can't. You gotta take care of your kids. Take care of your kids.
But other than that, it's mostly ones that are annoying. So that's usually ones that start out as puppies that drive us crazy and then slowly mellow out into nicer ones over a year or two. And then we eventually love them, even if they drive us nuts at first.
Is there some kind of animal in the background?
That's Penny again.
That's Penny. Okay. I thought Penny's nose was a hamster for a second.
We also have a cat named Sauerkraut who might make an appearance, although she's often
Sauerkraut.
tending to her own business. And
Sauerkraut.
this horrible walrus-shaped dog pillow over there. That one's not a real dog. That's pretend.
No, we don't have we don't count pillows as pets here. Sauerkraut is a good name. If you had a dog named Reuben, a cat named Sauerkraut.
Ooh, yeah,
That
that's
That would
great.
be incredible. Yes,
Right.
it would be perfect.
Russian
Now that,
dressing.
I'm gonna move back to lunchbox here. See if I can show you her. Oh, she wants the belly rubs.
Yeah.
Let me do the belly cam. She loves
Lunchbox.
being.
Einstein and Bull Zoo. Einstein the Bull Zoo, and it was really great visiting with you. I'm just going to remove you from the stream just so that I can get a little bit extra lunchbox wrinkle space on the screen.
Hey, Lunch, can I show your horrible?
Get your pets,
Props.
Einstein. Get your pets. All right.
I don't know if you can hear her snoring, but she's got an excellent snore.
Oh,
She does it almost like
I'm
a
sure she
cat.
probably does. What
You
kind
end
of
up-
what? I mean, I don't know if that's a purebred dog or no, but where do those wrinkles come from in her heritage?
She is a Neapolitan Mastiff, so that's the wrinkles are part of the deal, which also leads to like a thing I did not know before we owned this dog is that it actually they are like genetically predisposed to be very farty because of the elasticity of their tissues and such. So she is
Sure, it's like a living whoopee cushion.
Yeah. So like every time she jumps up on the bed, it's like a little fart rocket taking off. It's
I thought you were going to say that,
but very funny.
That you had to. It was hard to clean the folds. Like there's.
Oh no, we got lucky. She loves letting us squish her face, which is the main thing you want to do. So
wow,
we squish her face with a clean rag after.
What a tremendous
most of the
squishy
time.
dog. Well, get your pet's lunchbox and all of those dogs. Really nice to visit with you, Luke, out there in Seattle.
Yeah, thanks for having us on. That was
You
really
go
lovely.
see they might be giants tonight and bring all your dogs.
You know, I just found out a friend of mine has an extra ticket, so I probably am.
Well, tell them I say hello. All
Will
right.
do.
This is Get Your Pets, everybody. That's what Get Your Pets is all about. It's me, John Hodgman, going around the world, around the continental United States and beyond, talking to cats, dogs, and other pets, and also people who live with them. I'm going to remove you from the studio. Don't take it personally. Speaking about around the world, here's Lo Polyzoe and Dante from New Zealand.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you. And look, there's Dante enjoying
These are
exactly
Whiskas
5
Temptations.
little Whiskas. Did Whiskas get to you people? Why are we doing
Yes.
so much buzz marketing for Whiskas all of a sudden?
You wondered what they were. I'm sorry.
No,
Well,
that's
this is her condo. I've been struggling to get her in place.
well, you did a wonderful job. I mean, you know, they what they say about herding cats. It's very, very easy.
Yes,
Uh,
tremendously easy.
It's nice to see Dante again. Dante again is a Burman, right?
Yeah.
Birman, a very long-haired cat. Originally from Myanmar. Oh, what a beautiful cat! She really loves licking those Whiskas off her chops.
She does. She does this for ages whenever she has something nice. She particularly likes fresh fish,
Mhm.
which she gets fairly often because my extended family are all fisher people.
Can we
and so-
get a little closer just to her mouth so we can just see that tongue in action? Keep
Of
going.
course.
Yeah. Oh.
My entire extended family are fisher people, so sometimes they'll bring
yeah?
fish home.
Oh.
And when they do, she will smell it and she'll rub on everyone's ankles and meow desperately to get some.
She will smelt.
She will meow.
Oh, I say. No, I was just making a joke. Smelt is a kind of fish. And you said she will smell it, and I thought smelt. Because I'm just a
We
dad.
don't
I'm
actually
just a
have-
weird dad.
We
You don't have
those.
smelts over there? What kind of fish does your family fish for?
Exclusively snapper, actually.
Exclusively snapper. Is that the name of the family business?
Yes. No.
I appreciate your playing along. Exclusively snapper.
Sometimes they'll get like trevally, but that's often a mistake. It's snapper and maybe kingfish if someone's lucky.
What was the kind of fish that you said? Trevally?
Trevally. It's a local thing, I think.
How do you spell it?
Trevally. If it doesn't come up, I'm sorry.
No, it does. It's a family of. It's part of the. Right. It's a member of the Carangadidae family of rayfinned fish that includes the jacks, pompanos, jack mackerels, runners, trevallies, and scads. It's like a
Jack
scad.
mackerel too.
The largest is the great amberjack. Yeah, and those are you get those by mistake. By mistake.
Yes.
Because
I'm pretty sure when my parents get them, they just throw them back.
Because
So
they're not good eating.
not good eating.
Yeah, I feel like Dante's saying like I'd eat one. I'd try it. Why don't you bring?
She
me
loves
a trevally?
tuna. She loves tuna. If someone opens a can, she will. She is very desperate for it.
Yes, I think I don't. I mean, she's a cat. Of course, she wants to eat that tuna fish. I'm sorry.
I'm
is
very
so-
sorry to the
Dante
one
is
cat.
so beautiful and lovely, but it doesn't mean she's not a cliche. She's a cat. She's a cat.
Indeed.
Yeah. So what are you and Dante going to do today? Your day is just starting there in New Zealand.
Yes. I actually need to decide. I might play some video games or maybe go to the market, but it's raining, so I can't do that.
So video games it is.
Yes.
What
Video games and rest.
What
It's
video?
been a very long week.
Yes. Happy Friday or Saturday, right?
Yep, Saturday
you.
morning. I'm free.
Saturday morning. You should watch some cartoons.
Oh
On
goodness, you're right. I
television.
probably could.
Yeah. You and Dante get big bowls of cereal. Watch some cartoons.
Absolutely.
What video game are you playing?
Probably Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah. And Dante plays with you. She gets a little paws up in that little controller.
She does actually claw up my screen. She will look at it and then start she'll go like this at the screen
Yeah.
and try to attack it. So
I
the other
think
day I saw her trying to attack my cursor. So
that's funny. You're never gonna get that cursor. It's not a fish, Dante. You're just a cat. Yeah.
she will try.
Well, thank you for visiting us all the way from the other side of the world, as usual. I hope you have a good and restful day.
Thank you. I'm very happy to be here. Thank you for having me on.
Get your pets, Dante. See you later.
See ya.
Bye. I'm going to talk to some more pets as we go into our final 45 here on the Judge John. No, it's not the Judge John Hodgman podcast. Oh my God, it's Friday, isn't it? I'm ready for it. Tell me if you're still in a hemisphere where Friday is happening. Tell me in the chat what you're going to do this weekend, or tell me in person when I go over here to Sasha and Betsy. Hello.
Hey.
Are you Sasha?
Yes, I am. Hey,
Oh.
Betsy, come here.
Sasha, can I tell you how to switch the camera on your phone?
I know how because I heard you earlier.
Oh, terrific.
Here we go.
I mean, your beard is fantastic, but I want to see a living
Thank
furry
you.
creature that is not part of your
Betsy.
face. Betsy, what are you going to do this weekend, Betsy? What do you got planned?
Well, what has Betsy got planned?
Going to go out to the clubs?
She's probably sleeping like she's doing right now, avoiding the coral snake that we saw in the front yard down here in San Antonio, Texas.
Whoa, is that a poisonous snake?
Is that a poisonous snake, Emily? It's a-
Venomous.
It is
Sorry.
a relative of the cobra we discovered, and as soon as I saw it in the carport, my lovely wife over there immediately brought the dog in from the backyard, which was about 100 feet away from the snake.
Was it inappropriate for me to say poisonous? Is venomous a more
I have no idea what's appropriate.
What did Emily say?
What do you
I know,
think?
I know you don't know, Sasha. What does Emily say?
I think it's venomous.
Venomous.
Yeah.
So ordered.
Can we bring up Vincent eating in his room? Is that as topic?
No, this is not the Judge John Hodgman show. This is Get Your Pets.
Wait, do you have a dispute?
You've actually settled a couple disputes for us. You settled the
Oh.
one about
What, have you been submitting under different names?
no, it just
Doesn't have a lid on it though.
there's the water bottle one that was settled in the pages of the New York Times Magazine.
Okay.
Vincent, who had the swear words in the songs that he wanted to drop the F-bombs to.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember.
Yeah, and we listened to that podcast episode about like 20 times because it was so fun.
Well, thank you for listening.
Yeah, he's now a big fan of podcasts. Now he's putting the shoot. That's my other pet, my human.
No,
pet.
humans aren't pets. Sorry, Sasha. No, don't try that with me. Don't try that with me. Humans aren't pets. But Betsy, I love you.
Children.
Get your pets. Get your pets, Betsy.
What's your ruling on fur babies? Is that a thing?
People can say whatever they want about their pets, but it's not my cup of tea.
Okay.
Children are not pets and pets are not children from my point of view. They have very distinct and important, they're very distinct, very important relationships, very distinct relationships. Each have very intense responsibilities, but they're different.
Emily, don't interrupt him.
Hey, don't tell Emily to stop talking.
I was just trying.
Yeah. Don't tell your spouse to stop talking. But Sasha, I enjoy you, and I'm glad to see you again, and I'm glad to have met that wonderful dog, Betsy, and I'm glad that Emily knows what venomous snakes are venomous, and kept that dog alive. Does anyone have a snake? Cole, do you have a snake?
I don't. I don't have a snake.
How many cats do you have? 8?
I do. Well, we talked briefly yesterday, but my internet was hating me. So I dropped. I have 6 cats and 2 fosters. Actually, my 2 fosters are the 2 sitting here on the couch.
Oh, let's meet with foster 1 and foster 2.
Sure. They're fast asleep. They're sisters. I actually had a third one that got adopted. I've had them for almost a year. People don't want to adopt black cats for some reason. So.
Yes, it's true, even though they're wonderful, wonderful cats.
They are so amazing. Yeah, they're sometimes a little hard to pick up on camera. The one here is Velvet.
Yeah.
She loves face scrubs, as you can see. And her sister, Sable.
Velvet and Sable. Those are 2 great names for cats.
Yeah.
2 great textures.
Yeah, I actually didn't name these 2. The person who found them helped me name them because I thought that would be a good, way for them to contribute to saving their lives, really.
So are they waiting for homes with you? Are they hoping?
They are, yeah.
And where are you located?
Monroe, Michigan.
Monroe, Michigan. Yes, I remember.
Yeah.
So if there's anyone in Michigan watching who wants to adopt, now look, are these 2 siblings?
Yes, they're both their sisters.
They're sisters, and they obviously enjoy each other's company.
They do, and they love belly rubs. This one, Velvet, is actually like parkour kitty, so she likes to bounce off the walls. I actually have a video of her trying to reach the ceiling once.
And it looked like Sable was trying to roll over there, but then gave up.
Yeah, they're like they really love belly rubs, so like you can get right up in there.
That's really great.
The best thing for cats, yeah.
And I don't want to terrify you, but there's another black cat wandering around in the background.
Okay, let's see who's up here. There's 5 black cats in the house, so it might be a little confusing.
A lucky house.
Yeah. Oh, this one is Mako, who you saw yesterday. She was on my lap. Mako comes from a litter of 4. This is Cass, her brother.
I feel like you're just showing me the same cat over and over again.
You know what? I was worried you were going to say that.
This is Dark Sky, and this is Midnight, and this is Dark Chocolate.
Yep. I know. I'm so sorry. I have 5 of them. There's one more in the cat trio.
Are they all available for adoption, or are they all?
No, just Sable and Velvet, who are sitting here.
Sable and Velvet, and they're a bonded pair. They should be adopted together, I suspect.
Yeah. Well, they're actually really social. So they're social with any of the kitties.
Right.
Hi, baby. And
have you tried separating them, because it might be depressing to them? I mean, seriously, they might
yeah,
not like it.
Well, they're really bonded with like all the cats in the house.
Okay. So they're going to be sad no matter what.
My biggest thing is that they can't be in a house by themselves. So they have to be with another friendly cat or go together.
They should go together.
I would prefer it, but I know it's been almost a year, and if I can find a good home for at least one of them, I might
I
have to go with that.
I enjoyed that Michigan accent when you said it's been almost a year,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm actually originally from Chicago, and then I lived in Japan for a long time, which is where I got two of my two older cats.
Oh, you
are
got them in
Japanese.
Japan?
Yeah. They were street cats that I did.
And was it difficult to
rescue.
arrange for them to be shipped over?
It was a nightmare.
Really?
It was a nightmare. It was summertime, so they couldn't go in the cargo. So I actually had to pay for my ticket and a friend's ticket and put them under our seats.
Yeah.
Which
and
was
they,
a nightmare.
And were they meowing the whole time?
They were trying to get out, yeah. They ended up being in those carriers for almost 30 hours.
I'm going to say that it's probably a little bit of a culture shift to go from living on the streets of Japan to being in a cage under a seat in an airplane. I think that would be fairly confusing.
Yeah. They really hated it. And it took a long time to get them used to carriers again. It was a little traumatizing, but I wasn't going to leave them. They were my family.
But we're not talking. But Velvet and Sable. These cats should go in a second. I can't believe it.
I know. They're like they melt in your hands. They'll let you flip them over.
Everyone in the chat, get to your people in Michigan. Tell them they're two great cats.
Two great cats. Yeah, they're with a rescue.
What's the rescue organization, or how could people find out?
Oh, sure. It's called Last Day Dog Rescue, which is funny because it's not just a dog rescue. They do cats too.
It's called Last Day?
Yeah.
They're really putting the pressure on.
I think it started as they would go into shelters and pull ones that were, at greatest risk.
Wow.
Of being put down.
Now
So I think that's where the
feel like a real creep for not adopting everything there.
But yeah, no, I help with their cat rescue. So, kitten season, I didn't have their mother, but the ones, my 4 that I adopted,
right.
4 of my 6, that were not from Japan, thank you. Yeah, they're on that page. They're on the cat applications. 4 of my 6 came with the mom. So I had them when they were like 5 weeks old, and their mom was too young to have kittens, so she had a prolapse. And I ended up adopting the 4 kittens to add to my 2 Japanese older cats, and my older cats aren't huge fans of them all.
There's Sable and Velvet right there.
Yeah, please inquire about them. They're so incredibly sweet.
Applications are closed on Mochi. Mochi applications are closed.
No more Mochi. We don't have
Mochi.
Anymore.
No more. We're out of Mochi.
We actually did get a lot of brand new kittens too. They're being rescued all the time. But...
Oh my goodness. Well, thank you for being such a good foster parent for these cats. I wish I could take them in. It's not time for us to get a new animal yet, but when we do,
see if they're still available.
Well, no, it's going to be a while because we're waiting for a beloved cat to die first.
Oh.
Well, I mean, it's not imminent.
You can't say that. Don't let them hear that.
They're not around. Also, that cat's too dumb. Doesn't know what it's not. Doesn't have a sense of time. I'm glad to say. Sense of time or place. But I'm kind of feeling like I would like to do sibling cats.
Yeah.
But the other person in my life is kind of feeling like time for a dog, and that'll be a big step. That'll be a big step for me. Anyway, thank you very much, Cole. Thanks for sharing your cats. Anybody else got any rescues for adoption? Let me know. Get your pets, Velvet and Sable. Great to talk to you. Here's Saul and Jalapeno.
Hello.
I'm John. This is Get Your Pets. You must be Jalapeno or Saul.
I'm Saul. Here is Jalapeno because I know how to turn my camera around.
Whoa, everyone's figured it out. How wonderful.
Nope, that didn't work. I haven't quite figured it out.
You're going to
camera facing back.
Yeah, camera facing back.
There he is.
Look at Jalapeno.
Now, full disclosure, you have seen Jalapeno before. I think last year.
I can't remember all of these wonderful dogs. And you say jalapeno.
Yes, not jalapeno, but I suppose you could.
Yeah. And what a good dog with his ears back like that, reaching up for a little pet under his chin.
Yeah.
Where are you all in the world again?
We are in Toronto.
Toronto, Canada. Home of the under-the-desk speaker. That's what Toronto is known for.
Yeah.
The famous under-the-desk woofers.
Mm-hmm.
You got 2 woofers there, Jalapeno and that woofer.
Yeah.
And what happens in Toronto with you two? What did you guys do today?
What did we do today? It was a very nice day today. We went out. Well, Hal didn't come to this, so this is not very nice. But I did meet my partner for some ice cream this afternoon.
Hal,
I work
you
from
hear
home,
that?
and she does not.
Hal, did you hear that? You didn't get any ice cream today.
Yeah, he was happy sleeping on the couch
Yeah,
like he usually does.
What flavor of ice cream did you get?
I got double cappuccino gelato. It was really good. Yeah.
At Toronto's best gelateria.
Yeah, one of Toronto's gelateria. It was good.
Mm-hmm.
Can't say it was best with.
We got to get back to Toronto. Hal, we got to get back to Toronto and do a show.
I saw you once here and got your autograph in front of on the Queen Street Pizza.
Oh yeah, we went for a Canadian pizza and garbage.
Mm-hmm.
It was a little after show get together.
Yeah, your autograph is right behind me. In fact.
Well, I'm not going to make you prove it. Okay. Do you know Ennis? Ennis Esmer?
I don't know Ennis.
Canadian actor, lives in Toronto. I just figured you might know him. Toronto.
Yep. Nope.
Around Toronto. No. Okay. Lovely to see you again, Saul and Jalapeno. Let's call him.
We usually
Hal.
just call him Hal.
Yeah, Hal.
Yeah.
And best of luck to you in Toronto. And Hal, I love your ears. Get your pets. Fantastic dog. One of the many wonderful dogs here on Get Your Pets with me, John Hodgman. Jessica, you've been waiting a long time. Are you even still there? Your camera seems to be off. Let's see what happens. But
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Good. I'm John.
Hi, I'm Jessica.
Nice to see you.
I've got my cat here, Penny. We have
Penny
another
the
cat,
cat.
but I don't know where he is.
That's fine.
But I have to sadly tell you that sibling cats are not a guarantee that they will like each other.
Well, that's what Chuck Bryant was saying yesterday.
Yeah.
He has two sibling cats, and they did not get along.
Oh, I turned my camera off here. Yeah, they barely tolerate each other. We got them as 8-week-olds, and they don't particularly care for each other.
Are they, male cats, female cats?
We have a boy and a girl. Yeah.
I think it's interesting because I think Chuck does too.
Yeah.
And, oops, you need to adjust your camera a little bit.
I had to turn my volume up. I'm on a laptop, so.
Oh,
there.
okay. Can you hear me?
Yep. Yeah.
Which cat is this name?
This is Penny. She's our little
Penny's
girl.
on top of the modem.
She
Getting
likes
some of that sweet modem heat. I mean, I could imagine. We were talking about where's the best place to take a nap.
Yeah.
I was earlier on, and I was like, forget a Caribbean island. I'd get on top of a modem if I could.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice warm modem going.
No. Hi. Yeah, she just this week seems like she's perfected this new cry that sounds so desperate. My husband said it sounded like she was in the bottom of a well asking to be saved, but she just wants food.
What does it sound like?
Oh, I can't do it, but it just sounds very, very sad and desperate. It sounds like,
I'm dying of starvation. Is that you, Penny?
That's
yeah. Penny, is that you?
Yes.
Yeah, you like that.
It is you. Yes.
Penny, you can't fit on that modem, kid. Come on. You're barely on top of it.
Hi, Penny.
You look like a beautifully designed carpet.
Yes, I love her colors. Yeah.
Yeah.
Her brother Gus looked a lot like Ira that we saw earlier. He's a black and white kitty.
Why do you dislike your brother, Penny?
Because he's a bully.
Oh.
She's very scared of everything, so she's tagging along with me while I work from home today, and
That's
who
nice.
knows what Gus is up to.
She's overheating that modem for you.
Yeah.
Remind me where you are in the world?
I live in Philadelphia.
Philadelphia. And you never thought to name either of these cats Hoagie?
No, I didn't.
You never thought to name them Nut Chews?
Yeah. Oh, the best.
Wawa would be a good name for a cat.
It would. Yeah.
Wawa the cat. Wah, wah, wah. I'm Penny. I'm hungry. Wah. That's you, Penny.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting that she developed a new meow.
Yes.
You don't get that a lot. I don't know.
No.
Feel like I notice that a lot with
She
cats.
wasn't very vocal at all until, I don't know, maybe 6 months ago. She started just doing a kind of generic begging little meow meow, and that was working to get us to feed her. And then
I just gotta let
now
everyone know.
she's just even
Let
more
everyone know that who just got scared of adopting sibling cats because you scared them off,
Yeah,
Jessica.
I know.
Cole's in the chat saying Sable loves running on a cat wheel. Go give Sable and Velvet another chance.
I mean, they have a truce, but they certainly don't cuddle up together.
Yeah, I guess you just gotta see, if you see them. Did they ever cuddle? Here's my question: did they ever cuddle? Like when you adopted them,
Yeah.
were they cuddling then? And then
They would be kind of next to each other, but it didn't feel very much on purpose.
Do you think that they had a deal like just fake this cuddle so we get adopted and then we'll never have to talk again?
It was, well, we adopted them as kittens, and it was kind of a hot market for sibling kittens that year. I don't know what it was. It wasn't 2020.
It's all the rage.
We got them
All
in
the rage.
2019.
Right.
And we missed
Ahead of the trend.
that.
Ahead of the
So
trend.
we're like, oh, we'll take this other pair that's available. So
Right.
yeah.
Well,
We didn't
Penny
do
is
it
a
with diligence, but we love them.
Penny is a wonderful cat. Penny, I'm
Mhm.
sorry that your brother bullies you.
He is.
Where do you think he is right now?
He's probably
On,
downstairs.
on top of the wireless router?
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad to meet you, Penny. And
Mhm.
what's the name of Penny's brother?
Gus.
Tell Gus, knock it off, Penny.
I know.
All right, get your pets, Penny. Good to meet you. Good to see you, Jessica. Have fun down there in Philadelphia.
Okay. Thanks.
All right, Philadelphia. Wawa is a good name for a cat. What else? Little Pete. The Philadelphians, if you know, you know. Little Pete. That would be what I would name my cat. Little Pete. Scrapple. It's a great name for a cat or dog. Scrapple the dog. I think that's probably pretty good. Witness. Stupid. Dumbest jokes I've ever made. People here aren't even old enough to. People here aren't old enough to remember Witness, starring Harrison Ford, Kelly McGillis. Opens in 30th Street Station. Before they spiffed it up. Here's Joe and Gray.
Let me get him. Gray, can you wake up?
No, don't wake him up, Joe.
Don't wake him up.
No. We're here to see pets in situ. We're not here to see pets performing. And how could I wake up Gray? This kid's having the greatest nap of a lifetime right now. You know what I mean? Gray feels safe
He's
and
out.
supported.
All right.
Is his eye open? Is he sleeping with one eye open?
Probably because I'm talking. Gray.
Yeah. No, Joe.
Leave him alone.
If you wake him up, I will hang up on you.
Let sleeping dogs lie.
I've been hanging up on people today. Got an itchy finger.
So I thought you lived in Park Slope. Did you move?
What the hell is going on? What kind of question is that?
Well, you mentioned living by cats.
Oh, I said in New York City where I live, and I do live.
Oh,
in
I
New
thought
York
you
City.
said. Oh, okay. I've
And
heard
I
you.
do, but I live in Park Slope, Brooklyn. It's true.
That's
Why
nice.
do you?
No, I interned for a publicist who we worked out at Park Slope. It's a nice neighborhood.
You interned for a publicist.
Yeah.
What's the name of the person? I could use a publicist.
You know what's funny? I actually interviewed with your publicist, but I ended up going with a music publicist because I'm a musician and I know a little more about that.
Great.
His name is Kevin Calabro.
Kevin, all right. I'll keep it in mind. I'm
He
not
work-
a musician, so
he works with a lot of jam bands and stuff.
I think that there would be a lot of overlap.
It's
now that you say jam bands between my work and Fish style jam bands.
Yeah.
Does he work for Fish?
No. I'm trying to think of people you might know that he works with.
It doesn't matter. Let's talk about Gray the dog. Is Gray a corgi? Yes or no?
Yes. And actually, speaking of the Welsh guy you had, there's a Welsh like folk tale that, so see those markings on his back?
Mhm.
the line. Those are called fairy saddles, and they say that there's like a old tale that fairies would ride the corgis, and those are their saddles.
Whoa, really?
So he's got little fairy saddle markings.
So, oh, I got you. Wow, what an interesting. I'd never heard that before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of them have those on their back.
I'm going to get an image so that people can see what we're talking about here. This is an actual image taken with an actual photograph.
I think I can picture what it's going to be.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Fairy saddle. Man, oh man, corgi people in the chat are probably having a ball right now. I can see why a fairy would want to ride a corgi. They're very for animals that look like biological jokes. They are very stately in their own way.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not like he's small. He just has tiny little legs. He's about 35 pounds, but.
And he's the boss of the house?
Oh yeah. Our schedule revolves around him.
Tell me his schedule.
Eat, do the zoomies.
Right. What time does he get up?
Oh, like 6:30, 6. Pretty early.
He says it's their next tattoo. It's that fairy saddle image. Quite right.
And so we're expecting a baby in June, so that's going to be a big shock for him.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
congratulations.
Thank you so much.
But yes, that will be an adaptation, particularly I think for a corgi, because I have heard that they are very willful little creatures.
Yeah, we're taking an online class about introducing babies to your dogs, and so
someone's making some money right now. Boy, oh boy, that's a great scam. Not a scam, probably. Probably someone's bringing some real expertise to this. But I wonder if it's a dog expert or a human expert.
No, it's a dog expert. We've done one class already.
Here's another incredible. Look at this. Why isn't this a 10 episode series on Max? Why isn't that? I'm giving this away for free. This should be Pixar's next big thing.
Mm-hmm.
The Corgi Riders of Pern or whatever. There goes this IP. I could have been rich. You know, I lost all of my assets yesterday in betting on whether a cat would sit back down or get up. This could have been my way out. It's going to be my way back to the top. Yeah, I got to mail it to myself. I got to put my computer in the mail. Mail it to myself.
Copyright.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man. Okay, I authorize you to give Gray a little scratch on the fairy saddle.
On the fairy saddle?
Yeah. Or wherever he likes it.
Oh, usually when you tickle his belly, he does a big stretch.
Oh, look, my legs almost look normal size when I do this.
Yeah, they're like little, we call them little drumsticks.
This close to getting a corgi, this close.
I mean, we didn't know a lot about them before we got him.
Yeah, then I did a little research and I'm like, no way.
Yeah, he's a little guy, big energy.
Big energy and a lot of shedding. That's what I hear.
We lived in a condo when we first got him, and then we bought a house, and it was a lot better for him to be in a big house, even though he's a little guy.
And this online class, is it going to teach you how to train your baby to ride that corgi around?
I wish, like a fairy saddle. We've got the saddle right there.
I mean, it's got to happen. It's got to happen. I'm sure that's the only way for Gray to get tamed, is if Gray believes that your baby is a fairy.
I think
Gray's genetic memory will kick in. He's like, I'm here to serve.
I think the best thing we can do is probably keep them apart and know how to be in their own spaces.
Sounds like a terrible situation.
Yeah.
The best thing we can do is keep them apart. Gray will never know that you have a baby?
No, he can know from a distance.
I think the best we can do is get 2 houses. And we each take turns living in one while the other takes care of the baby. so that Gray never has to adapt to the fact that Gray is not the only creature on this earth.
He'll probably
It's
go
not psychologically healthy.
hang at my mom's house a lot while we
No,
adapt
Gray.
to the baby.
Hey, let me talk to Gray. You cancel your online class.
Okay.
I'm going to take care of this.
All right.
Gray. It is I, Oberon, the King of Fairies. I'm speaking to you through my fairy magic to let you know that you, my noble steed Gray, are ordered by me, Oberon, the King of Fairy. Don't look at me that way. This is your king. This is your fairy king talking to you now.
Be nice.
No side eye.
Oh, the king of side eye.
I, Oberon, and my wife Titania order you from Fairyland to be a good companion to the human. Don't tell Joe we're going to steal the baby and replace it with a fairy. Classic changeling situation. So when they think they're raising a human, only you, Gray, will know. Only you will know. It is actually the child of your king, Oberon, and Queen Titania. And that fairy child will ride you around, and you're going to love it. I hope that this is getting into you. I know you're just pretending to sleep, but it's true. Your king has spoken, Gray. Your king has spoken to you. And now, magic. There. Okay, Joe, get me out of there. I think it's going to work.
It was all a dream. It was all a dream, Gray.
It was all a dream. It was all a Midsummer's Night's Dream, Gray. But you're going to remember it. You're going to give that baby a ride. All right. Get your pets. See you later, Joe and Gray. Magic. It's magic hour. 4:44 p.m. here in a swiftly cooling spring evening of a Friday, April 21st, 2023. My name is John Hodgman. This has been and will be for another 16 minutes. No, wait, 15 minutes now. Get your pets. The fifth of 10 days of consecutive, semi-consecutive Get Your Petsing that I bring to you as a gesture of fellowship and thanks for being a supporter of the Judge John Hodgman podcast. Hey, if you like what I do, and this is some of it, tell your friends and your foes and people that you're neutral with that I will be here every day, weekday, next week, 3 p.m., talking to pets, chatting with people, getting some emotional animal therapy up in my eyeballs. If you haven't had a chance to check out Up Here on Hulu, that's a show that I'm involved with, and I'm very proud of it, and it's a lot of fun. Maybe you could look at it this weekend. Tell your friends about that. Dicktown is still available on Hulu as well. Count them, two delightful seasons of an animated comedy that I made with David Reese. And of course, the Judge John Hodgman podcast continues to come out every Wednesday. Those are the things I'm involved in. If you like what I do, won't you please let humans know about it? And your pets? Why not? I mean, why not? Let's go ahead and talk to Ben with Ripley and Sanji. Hello, Ben.
Hi, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing great. This is Ripley. He moved to the floor.
Hi, Ripley.
Yeah.
Well, it is.
Thanks for selecting us.
Pouring sunshine. Well, thanks for your patience.
Yeah.
Is it pouring sunshine into your living room? Where are you in the world?
Yeah. I'm in Boston, Massachusetts.
Boston, Massachusetts.
That's right.
And where's
it's beautiful. It's just gorgeous here today. Cooling off as well. And Ripley's, it's almost 5 o'clock is park time for Ripley. So that's
what park are you going to go to?
There's one in Cambridge here that he's a big fan.
So you're in Cambridge, Massachusetts.
We are.
Okay, even better.
Oh, and so that's Ripley, and then we'll come over. I am a laptop guy today, so
yeah, that's no problem.
Sanji is right here in the windowsill.
Sanji's like, I knew this was going to happen.
Yeah,
I knew this was going to happen.
Yeah, but he's soaking in the sun too, so that's pretty great. Ripley's
So-
now made it to the sofa. Yeah, anyways.
So you're in Cambridge. Let me ask you. Let me see if I can guess what you do for a living. Are you the president of Harvard University?
No. No, not quite yet. I'm working my way up slowly, infiltrating the system.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are-
No, I'm a resident at MGH. So
Oh, wonderful.
I'm associated with Harvard through academia and whatnot, but
I'm associated with Harvard.
yeah, it's
no, I
not
did
very-
not actually expect you to be the president of Harvard University.
Yeah,
Thank you
that's
for your work as a
it would be
physician.
fun.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not much, but it's okay. Thank you.
But let's see Ripley or the dog
Here,
again.
they're
Yeah.
actually canoodling now.
Oh yeah, well we missed this so we could talk about your residency at
No,
MGH.
it's not nearly as interesting.
No, you're
so
terrific.
This is my partner, Liana.
Oh, does
She
she
says hi.
does she know that she's on my show? Get Your Pets.
Yeah, she knew that I was waiting in the lobby, and this was
Okay.
a possibility.
All right, as long as it was known.
But we're both excited that these two stars get to be known now. Oh, they're
Hey,
canoodling again.
we opened with a butt shot, and we're getting ready closer to close with a butt shot.
Yeah, it's great.
Thank you, Ripley, for you know what I mean. It's for framing the providing a framing device of cute animal butts.
Yeah.
Sanji is over there just mortified.
What
is their relationship like?
Well, so Ripley's relatively new introduction to the household. He is about 7 months with us now. Sanji, I've had for about 8 years. So,
yeah, Sanji is thrilled about this. I can tell.
You know, I have to say they've been playing together more frequently, or at least Ripley's playing a lot, and Sanji is warming up to it. So it's getting better.
Okay.
But Sanji's kind of got that crotchety old man vibe to him, typically. And you know, Ripley's got that young, youthful energy to
New
him.
blood.
Yeah. So, but
New
they're getting
blood.
along just fine. No, like nails lodged in the other one or bites yet. So that's good.
Do Sanji and Ripley know that you can get a direct flight to the Azores from Boston Logan Airport for relatively cheap?
No, we haven't let them in on that secret yet. We're afraid they're gonna, run away together and get
That would
rid
be
of
really
us.
weird if you woke up one day and there was a note from Sanji and Ripley going, "We're in the Azores and we're never coming back."
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it sounds a little bit nicer than a lot of the time in Boston, I have to say.
What's playing at the Coolidge Corner Movie House tonight? Let's take a look.
They are playing How to Blow Up a Pipeline, that new Little Richard movie, a new. I'm a member at the Coolidge. It's like our favorite spot.
I
So
love
we're there all the
what you're
time.
telling me right now.
Yeah, they have a new anime movie out. But I think the director who did Weathering with You and Your Name, which I'm jonesing to see.
Is that Suzume?
Yes, that one.
Suzume is playing at 7 and 9:55. Chevalier at 6:45.
Yeah,
But-
I don't know if we'll make it tonight, but my goal is I'm working this weekend, so maybe Monday night I'll head over there and get some.
But I've got a
movie
special
action.
message for Ripley.
Yeah.
Ripley, you like midnight shows?
Oh yeah, he's a big
Ripley, check it out. Check it out tonight.
Is it Aliens?
Yes.
I know. If I didn't have work tomorrow, I was gonna go to that, but I'm sadly missing out.
Who cares?
Actually,
Send Ripley.
Ripley is named after the alien character. So
Of course. Well, no, it's the human character.
yes, the human one. Actually,
I'm a little worried that you may have misunderstood what the movie's about.
yeah, I really lost the plot.
Yeah, there's that alien named Ripley.
Yeah.
Who
I
has
have
a
to say,
cat.
I just want to share this with you before another pet moves along, but I just want to say, so I grew up in Northampton, and my family also has a place in kind of like Augusta area, Maine. So Vacation Land really hit home for me.
Well, thank you very much. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah.
It was wonderful. And I just, those two parts of the country are just so nice.
Well, have a wonderful time there in the sunshine, Ripley. I hope you get to go to the movie tonight. And Sanji, what can I say? I'm sorry. I know it's been horribly betrayed.
He might go to the movie too. We'll see.
We'll see.
He's kind of a last minute decision maker.
And two animals, but no kids in this world.
Yeah,
right
we're
now?
what do they call it? Dinkwads. Yeah.
You're gonna living it up in Cambridge. Go to Metcha Noodle Bar. Stay out as late as you want. Have fun. Get
Yeah,
your
we're
pets. Wowee. Yeah, I thought that how to blow up a pipeline was a new Little Richard movie too. I made that mistake too. All right. Well, we're coming up on the final 8 here. Let's see, Shelby and Mabel.
Hi, John.
Shelby. Hi. Who's that?
That's Mabel. I'm Shelby. She wanted to show you her new sleeping bag that she just got for her first ever backpacking trip next week.
Oh, where is she? Is she finally going to hike the Appalachian Trail?
She can only do about 3 miles at a time, so I think that would probably take her a couple years. So we're just going to do a small couple days in Kentucky.
Oh, nice. Is that where you are?
No, I'm in Chicago.
In Chicago. Okay.
Yeah, we've been on once before when David was on briefly, actually.
David Reese?
David Reese.
Okay.
King of pencil sharpening.
It's true.
And but she saw you were on. She saw Jordan and Bug earlier and decided she really wanted to show you the sleeping bag.
Yeah, for those who are wondering, that is Jordan Morris and Bug in the background here.
That's not a fairy and
it's not live. No,
fairy and a corgi, which is what I thought.
No, Jordan and Bug visited with us at Get Your Pets yesterday, and today we're here with Shelby and Mabel and all of our other friends. Mabel, I love your sleeping bag, and it looks like you're already quite taken with it.
She's tolerating it.
Has she gone hiking before with you?
Yeah, she hikes with us pretty regularly, and likes a hike, but also loves a couch. So it'll be interesting to see what she does overnight in a tent because she camps, but that's got lots of easy pieces to it.
Right. I think it's going to be, she's going to have a wonderful time smelling all the smells of Kentucky.
Oh yeah, she's going to want to, she loves rolling, her favorite pastime. She doesn't chase sticks. She doesn't chase balls. She doesn't really like playing, but she will spend 20 minutes rolling in whatever pea on the ground she can find. So I have a feeling a lot of that'll happen.
You say she doesn't chase sticks.
No, she doesn't fetch. She doesn't.
I thought you said something else that I was very confused.
She doesn't do that either.
Right.
But she loves rolling in whatever disgusting things she can find. So I'm sure she will find lots of interesting things in the woods.
Now, Stacy in the chat is suggesting that she needs a little backpack, but does she ride in a little backpack?
We have one if she gives up on hiking, which she has done in the past, where she will just lay down on the ground and quit existing. And so it's annoying to carry her. And I don't know
What is she up to?
Right
What
now.
is she up to now?
It's unclear.
Mabel, what are you doing?
I did hide like 3 treats in this earlier today when we opened it to try to endear her to the sleeping bag, but she might just think there's always treats in it now.
Why don't we encourage this delusion and put a treat in the bag now so we can see her get into it?
Yeah, let's do that. Okay. I know you have to be patient though. Wait, don't hit me. Very rude. Okay, go ahead, find it. I didn't find it very well.
No, that's okay. Get in there.
Yeah, I tried to be a good dog mom and sort of slowly introduce.
Is it a sleeping bag that closes all the way?
Yeah, it is, because it's going to get
zips up into a tube.
It zips up into a. Demonstrate for John, my darling. It zips up there, and then there's a little open space at the top. Yes, I still taste like treat.
Can you zip it up all the way so we can get a real burrito sense here?
You'd like to see her? Yes. Hold on, Mumu.
I'm listening to my own background music. Mabel, you're such a good dog, just being so good and standing there patiently.
Old dogs. She's very patient. There we go.
All right, let me take that picture. Good one.
She's a pretty girl.
Yeah. Well, Mabel, get your pets. Thank you so much. Great to see you, Shelby. Be safe out there in Kentucky.
Thanks, John. We will.
Yeah, don't get pregnant while you're there.
Try our best.
All right. And Mabel, you too. Have a wonderful. Don't chase any sticks, if you know what I mean, while you're in Kentucky. Save that for the blue states. All right. I got an email saying that I'm too woke the other day. I'm like, barely woke at all. Anyway, that's another story. Another story for another day. Let's not get political here. It's Friday. Let's just let's say farewell. Emmy Lou and Andy, I see you there. We're not gonna chat today. Had a lot of Velvet Dog on in the show in the past, and we hope to have some more Velvet Dog in the future. The future is now. It's 4:57 here in NYC, New York City, where I live. Don't need to pinpoint it any further. Very glad to visit with you as always on Get Your Pets. I'll be back on Monday at 3 p.m. I hope you all have wonderful weekends and enjoy your pets. And maybe next week we'll hear from the President of Ireland. Oh, and I don't know if I missed Afton whether Afton was able to drop by. Hannah's sister, Afton, was going to drop by today. So I missed you, Afton. Drop by sometime next week. And Hannah sent in a lot of information about that statue in the Bangor Public Library that I forgot to share with you. So that's another thing to look forward to next week. We also have to settle the bet on how many chickens Heather has in Oregon, the over and under on the 35. I believe Joan Arkham was taking data on that. And maybe we'll have other special fun surprise guests like Jordan Morris. Maybe Jordan will come back and we'll do some more cat color commentary. But until then, thank pets. It's Friday, and I will see you on Monday at 3 p.m. Bye.